U2.
Paul McCartney.
Faith Hill and Tim McGraw.
Yes.
Mariah Carey.
Shakira.
Rod Stewart.
Barbra Streisand.
The Rolling Stones.
Kiss.
Beyonce.
Reba McEntire.
Phantom of the Opera.
Dave Matthews.
R. Kelly.
42nd Street.
Dixie Chicks.
Madonna.
Prince.
Eric Clapton.
John.
Jay-Z.
Alicia Keys.
Billy Joel.
Justin Timberlake.
Michael Jackson.
Spice Girls.
Janet Jackson.
He's been called our industry's Leonardo da Vinci. His visionary innovations have left an indelible imprint on the live event industry. His influence is seen on almost every concert stage today, from rotating round stages to towers for lights, down to a guitarist's pedal board. Michael Tait's work ethic and creativity have brought him admirers from his peers to the superstars of the concert arena. Tait was born in Melbourne, where he studied electrical and mechanical engineering. He opened a nightclub in Surfer's Paradise, which was successful right up to the minute the authorities noticed Tait hadn't bothered with a liquor license and shut him down. In 1967, he went to England and got a job at the Speakeasy, where rock's luminaries roamed. Soon, he would hear those 5 magic words that have launched many prominent careers in the live event business. Can you drive the van? The band requesting the lift was yes, and they were immediately drawn to Tait's imagination and his easygoing nature. Tait, in turn, was drawn to the band's vision and ambition. Tait immediately found himself working on the equipment and improving it.
There were no sets, no stage lights, no miking of instruments, no front of house mixing. You know, everything was kind of on stage, and PA systems were like 2 extra guitar speakers.
Nothing missed his eye or his curiosity. When he noticed Peter Banks tripping over his foot pedals every night, he built what many believe was the first guitar pedal board. But more than anything, Tait began to shape the band's stage shows visually. The first system I built had an auto fog lamp in coffee cans and homemade wire-wound pots for dimmers, he said. When Par 64s came out, we made our own square cans out of sheet metal. Later on, I made round ones out of air conditioning duct. On Yes's first American tour, Tait had only 6 theatrical pattern 23 lights, and everything else was homemade, including the control board. One of the early boards he built had buttons that could be played like a piano, allowing him to play along with the band. As Yes grew in popularity, their shows grew in complexity. To enhance the concert experience, Tait began working with towers and multi-cell par cans. He created self-contained units that could be rolled in and placed in each corner of the stage. The cans on the towers had 4 lamps, each with a different colored gel, which was strikingly innovative at the time. Eventually, the towers became known as Tait Towers. His next innovation would come from an unlikely source. While they were preparing for the Fragile tour, a documentary about the band was being filmed. Looking at a 35mm film canister, Tait would envision a breakthrough, a round, rotating stage. News of the stage made his phone ring. Tait got a call from Emeril Fiorentino. He wanted a rotating stage for Barry Manilow, who was then packing arenas. Tait then built a rotating stage for a small orchestra. Tait also designed the swing truss during this period, and one of the first pin matrix boards. Tait described the console as a 100-channel monster that no one else had, even if he actually didn't need all those channels. It was a bit like Spinal Tap, he's joked. If someone else had 60 channels, I needed 100.
These go to 11.
It was for the Born in the USA tour that Tait unveiled the pedal spotlight chair. The operator could rotate this underhung chair using standard bicycle pedals. As Tait Towers expanded through the 1990s, he would adjust his focus and allow others to design the shows. He became the builder of dreams, which suited his penchant for engineering and allowed him to work with the best designers in the business. When called in for a Michael Jackson tour, it was Tait who would create a unique decking design that featured a system of tongues making near-perfect joints. This eliminated any bumps on stage. making it, let's say, moonwalking ready. For NSYNC, he worked with Steve Cohen to create a B stage that lifted out, elevated up, rotated, and drove down the center aisle to the front of house position with the performers on top. We'd see this again. Tait is known for his attention to detail, and even the parts of his sets that are invisible to the audience are works of art. As of late, Tait has taken a step back from the day-to-day grind. His hands are hardly clean though, as he's still involved with tweaking designs and allowing his formidable imagination to run wild. And for that, the entire live event industry is eternally grateful. Upon hearing of Tait's Parnelli honor, John Anderson called in to say he became an essential member of the Yes experience, and I cannot tell him enough how grateful I am to have had him in my life.